Good afternoon. In today's session, what we will be discussing about is an appropriate kind of an approach, or let's say strategy, to tackle the paper like CAT. Now, given to understand that primarily we are being tested on three broad areas, that is our English, quantitative aptitude and data interpretation. Whenever we are attempting a paper such as CAT, we are working primarily under two constraints. Constraint number one, CAT clearly says that whatever your total score might be in the paper, you are not eligible for a call from the IIMs at least if you do not clear the minimum sectional cutoff. Constraint number two, just because you reached the sectional cutoffs does not mean that you are still eligible for a call, because there's something called the overall cutoff as well. So when I'm working in a paper such as CAT, I'm working under these two constraints. Keeping this in mind, what's most important out here to define is what our strategy is going to be like. That is, how do you tackle the paper? I know that I have 60 odd questions to be answered in the paper. So I need to be ensuring that my time management is good. I need to see whether I'm being able to choose my questions properly. Now, 60 questions to be answered in a time span of 2 hours 15 minutes, which means you have ample time to ensure that you go over all the questions. So one thing which you must understand is when I'm doing this exercise of choosing questions, I must not get stuck anywhere. Now, the approach for this would be, let's say, what I would call a two-round strategy or a two-round approach, where in my first round, in any section, let's say for example, if I'm tackling quantitative aptitude, my two-round approach would be something like this. In the first round, I would quickly see which questions are comfortable for me,